Addiction can be a seriously bad thing, but it can also be a good thing. Or it could just be straight up weird. Not good, not bad, just weird. And luckily for us, there's a whole show looking into people's weird addictions. And that show is called My Strange Addiction. What a fitting name. And today we're reacting to one of possibly the most strangest addictions. I'm not even gonna say it, I'm just gonna let them say it. I can't say this with a straight face. Looks like a nice place where normal people would live, eating their very raw omelets. Why is it so raw?
My name is Catherine. I'm 31 from Alexandria, Virginia. I blend every single food that I eat.
What a strange addiction. She's addicted to blending every food that she eats. So strange, right? That's just the start of it.
And I'm addicted to snorting all of my food.
What? Stop, Catherine, stop. She's addicted to snorting up food. That omelette she made that didn't look like it was properly cooked, she then blended it to snort it. Just the sound of it. The way she's just like, surely that just doesn't feel good, does it? It's just gonna be painful. Like, have you ever had water go up your nose? It doesn't feel nice, it literally burns. Imagine a whole omelette. But look, I don't wanna be judgmental here. Let's hear her out. Maybe she's onto something.
When it hits the back of my throat, it's very different, but at the same time, I taste all of the same flavors as if I was to have food and drinks normally. My favorite way to start my day is with an omelet and coffee.
Coffee up your nose, bro. This cannot feel good. That's literally gonna be boiling hot, surely. I mean, let's be honest, there is worse stuff you could snort where your addiction could be a lot more damaging to your life, but I'm not gonna lie, this seems quite damaging to your health. Like, surely this is not good for your nose health. Noses were not made to inhale every piece of food you eat. That's what your mouth's for.
And it's actually a little bit of a calming effect once it hits the back of my nasal passage.
Calming effect. I highly doubt that.
A lot of people say that we're born to eat and drink through our mouth, but I don't buy it. According to who?
Well, according to science, this is why we have mouths, why we have teeth. Gym cavemen had blenders back in the day. They were going out hunting an animal, blending it, and then snorting it. I think maybe this person's been snorting something else that's altered her brain chemistry to want to snort everything.
My relationship with food was very normal up until the point where I was in community college. It started, honestly, with a dare to try snorting a flavored fruit drink.
So it started as a dare in college to sniff some fruit juice, but now she's addicted to this. And just look at this screenshot. She's got coffee dripping out of her nose because noses are not made to snort coffee. It's just not very efficient, is it? You're losing half your drink because it's spilling out of your nose.
I needed that. It was an odd sensation at first, similar to if you accidentally get a little bit of water through your nose in the pool.
Yeah, that feels
I
horrible.
got a head rush, but it was actually fruitier than if I was to have that through my mouth, and it was phenomenal.
I just can't believe what this person is saying. She's like, yeah, it's like, you know, when you're in a swimming pool and water goes up your nose and it really burns and feels horrible. It felt like that, but a little bit more fruity. What are you talking about? I mean, to be fair, I have had some weird food habits myself. For example, I don't do this anymore, but I did used to do this. When I would get a Big Mac from Burger King, right? I wouldn't eat it as a burger. I would eat it individually, layer by layer. I know, it's very strange, but for some reason, it just tasted good. And I feel like I'm hurt now. I'm justifying this strange addiction. It genuinely just tastes nice. I actually want to know if you guys had any weird food habits. Actually, you know what? I just remembered a really disgusting weird food habit I used to have. Now, I'm gonna open up to you here, guys. I don't want you to judge me. This is a judgment-free zone. As I said, put yours in the comments, any weird food habits you used to have. No judgment here, all right? We're all friends here, no judgment. We're just opening up about our weird habits that we don't do anymore. I definitely don't. This habit that I'm about to tell you is actually a lot more similar to this. I didn't snort anything, for the record, but it involves digestive biscuits. So I used to eat these, but I would eat them in a strange way, which I'm not proud of. I actually don't even want to tell you this because it's just gonna sound so strange, but I feel like it's important to open up. So what I would do is I would have 2 biscuits. The first one I would put in my mouth, and if anyone's had these biscuits, they're the driest thing ever. They're actually not really nice until you sort of chew them up a bit, and when your like saliva gets mixed in, then they become a bit more less dry, and then they're nice and enjoyable. A lot of people dip these into tea. I don't personally drink tea, so I never had like a tea to dip it in, so I'd just be left with these dry biscuits. Right, I don't know why I'm telling you this. I'm literally just stalling here. Listen, what I would do is I would have 2 of these biscuits. So I would eat one, I would chew it up, okay? You know, very nice. I would get the second biscuit, I would regurgitate the chewed up biscuit on top of the other biscuit. It would just be a chewed up digestive biscuit mixed in with my saliva, spat on top of the other biscuit. And then I would sort of just like spread it out a bit so it was a nice even layer, and then I would eat the second biscuit. Yeah, I'm not proud of it, guys. I know, please don't judge me. Don't ask me how I decided this would be a good idea. So yeah, guys, please make me feel a little bit better. Tell me you've done this too. Or just admit some weird food habits you had just to make me feel a little bit more normal. I'm just gonna carry on now and make myself feel a little bit better by not having as weird of a food habit as this woman does. I was never this extreme, right? I'll just do it occasionally, on the weekends. You know, I'd have 2 biscuits, no one's around, little... It tasted good. No one needs to know. Let's just keep this between us. She blends up her drinks and then snorts it. I wasn't snorting anything. She's weirder than me.
There is quite a little bit of spice in this guacamole.
Oh.
I'm nervous, but I'm excited to try it. Sometimes I...
Hold on, I've got a question here. Why is she spreading the guacamole on the bread and then putting it in the blender? Like, she's making the whole meal and then blending it. You don't need to make it. Just put the guacamole in the blender and the bread in the blender. There's no need to be spreading it. This just makes no sense.
I don't have an aversion to chewing, but I have an aversion to the weird textures that come. I think it's awful, and I think it's like primitive, you know what I mean?
Primitive? I mean, it's just not though, is it? Like, okay, I get it. You kind of have a bit of a food phobia in some way. You don't like the texture of food in your mouth. I know people with food phobias. I understand it. It's fair enough. But this is not solving your food phobia. And to call chewing food primitive, I mean, it's just not though, is it? It's just natural. This is just weird. I can't really talk, can I? I used to spit out biscuits and eat them. Okay, we got Leon here. He's eating his salad normally. She's blending hers.
What is in that?
Spinach and steak.
I just actually don't really have words for this because it's just like, you clearly like spinach and you clearly like steak. Just eat it. Just grow up. I don't want to be invalidating here. Yeah, she might have a food phobia. But grow up. You can't be going to people's houses, using their blenders, and then pulling out this move. I feel like if I'm going to talk on this, I need to test this out for myself. So I have a straw here, I have a glass of water, and yeah, I'm going to try to snort it. It's just going to hurt, isn't it? It's literally just going to burn. Let's go for her technique. Here goes nothing. Oh, it's quite hard. I'm not gonna lie, I just feel like I also swallowed a load of snot as well as water. It wasn't as bad as I was expecting, I'm not gonna lie. But I thought that was gonna be like, for example, at the swimming pool when you inhale water through your nose by accident and it really burns, but I guess that's because it's got chemicals in it. It was not enjoyable at all though. I'm never gonna do that again.
You know, I've been seeing Justin for about 6 months. I need your honest opinion about how I'm supposed to deliver the news about my dietary preference.
Wait, she's had a boyfriend for 6 months and he doesn't know about the snorting. So she clearly can turn it on and off. Like, she's obviously been on many, many dates in that time and she's just been eating normally. Just continue doing that.
I have been dating this guy, Justin, for several months now. I want to take things to the next level, but he has no idea that I snort my food.
The next level for her in a relationship is going on dates, liking someone, falling in love, and then telling them you snort all your food.
You've been basically lying to him for 6 months.
Like, I feel like 6 months is an appropriate time to tell him, like, to actually open up.
No, that's something you should say right from the jump.
Yeah, you should definitely say that right from the jump. Hi, I'm Catherine, and I like to snort my food. Because realistically, that is going to be a deal breaker for many, many people. Someone probably will accept you. It just may take a long time to find them.
The only other guy I ever told about this, straight from the jump, did not even last longer than a week.
Rightly so. Why would you expect him to?
I'm not a medical professional, but I would assume that if you inhaled your food the wrong way, it would get into your lungs and cause a respiratory infection.
Oh, I hope I'm going to be fine after snorting that water earlier.
I definitely see a lot of potential in Justin. I'm nervous about how he's gonna take the news when he finds out, but I am not willing to stop snorting my food for a man.
You could just hear it in her voice where she's like, I am not willing to stop snorting my food for a man. It sounds like she can't breathe through her nose, which she probably can't. She's literally eating steak through her nose. Yeah, now we get the privilege of seeing Catherine explain to her boyfriend that she can't stop snorting food. Oh, he's got some nice flowers. I wonder if she's gonna tell him or she's just gonna do it and see how he reacts. Also, they're in a restaurant. Is she gonna be like, oh, excuse me, can you blend my whole meal that you've just spent ages making me? Okay.
You guys need any recommendations or anything like that?
Are you able to blend the food?
Oh,
Unfortunately, we do not have a blender, but we do have grits.
I guess I'll do the grits as long as they fit through.
The way she's just like, oh, who doesn't have a blender in this establishment? And look at the stare she's given her.
Yeah, I'll have the grits as long as they fit through a straw.
Stupid waitress. Who the hell doesn't have a blender in a restaurant? That right there is a death stare. Snorting your food is one thing, but being rude to hospitality workers? Yeah, if I'm Justin, there's no second date after this. I mean, there'll be no second date after seeing the snorting. She's just rude and weird. Okay, Justin's shocked, she's confused.
I want to rip it off like a Band-Aid. I'm ready to be 100% unapologetically myself.
Wait, hold on. Oh my gosh, she's going for it. Do you not have any questions of like, why did you want to know if they had a blender? And why did you ask if their grits can be sniffed through a straw? And it looks like she's not even going to tell him. She's just going straight in for the snort. It's up there.
Catherine, what the f are you doing? What are you doing? Catherine.
Oh my gosh, that was great. His face. This right here is a look of horror. The ick, some might call it. He's never calling her again. The way she just ignores him as well. She just continues snorting. He's just like, what the F are you doing? And she's just like, oh, she's still going.
I really like my coffee.
She's actually smiling. Like, look, she's laughing at what she's doing. She knows this is ridiculous.
Coffee?
It's dripping everywhere.
That's good.
This is your normal routine when you get iced coffee.
Everything.
So this isn't just like every now and then.
This cannot be real. Listen, I'm enjoying this. I'm having a great time watching this, but surely this cannot be real. These have to be paid actors. I mean, it's America. America has some strange people. We've seen Florida. It could be real.
I've never seen anyone ingest food any other way but through their mouth, which is, in my opinion, why we have mouths.
Yeah, it's just the reason we have mouths. She's going for a round two. Oh!
I like Catherine a lot.
Oh!
But am I comfortable accepting that, knowing that that's gonna be around me now, probably every day? I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? No, you don't. She's doing it and it's just going everywhere. After getting annoyed at the workers for not having a blender. She's being rude to the workers, she's making a mess. Justin, you don't need this in your life. Find a normal woman who just eats food normally.
What was supposed to be my reaction?
Not judging me? Like, I mean, I feel like that's a bare minimum.
But did she expect him to just be like, oh, yeah, she's just snorting a drink. Just gonna carry on eating. Yeah. That's normal. It's not normal. There's gonna be judgment there. He's gonna be confused. I've been watching this for 20 minutes. I'm still confused.
Obviously, I like you a lot, but I would have to be able to get used to this.
I mean, to be fair, that's not the worst response she could have got. If I was there, I'd be like, what the hell are you doing? I'm leaving. I'm not staying here whilst you're snorting a meal and I'm trying to eat. So I think for her, this is a win. She should be a bit more open, like a bit more understanding that he's weirded out by this, because it is weird. And I feel like she should be grateful for that, because a lot of people would not be. Of course, it could have been better. She could have been like, oh, that's cool, let me try. But because he didn't do that, she's disappointed and she feels judged.
This is something that is a big deal, Catherine, so thanks.
Oh, and he's leaving. Just look at the table. She's got coffee everywhere. That's also been up her nose and fell out.
Maybe I should go get an opinion from a doctor.
Oh yes, here we go. Dr. Matthew Hayden.
A tendency to snort all of my food and drinks.
That is a look. That is not a good look from a doctor. When a doctor gives you that look, you know it's over.
Have you tried stopping before?
There was like a day where I was like, let me see what it's like to chew my food. And I felt absolutely vile.
She's like, yeah, I tried to stop for one day and I just gave up. Like, clearly there is some sort of maybe food phobia where she just can't handle textures. Like, the fact she describes it as vile or disgusting, I don't remember what she said. There is some sort of food phobia there. But you need to work through it. You can't just snort food. That's not a solution. Or maybe it is. Let's see what the doctor says. What do I know? I'm just a YouTuber who eats spat out biscuits.
I do have grave concerns because the potential for serious complications is pretty high. So I'll kind of walk through those with you.
Here we go.
With liquidy, it gets down in your lungs and can cause multiple complications, which can be life-threatening, right? She can wind up with direct nasal infections.
I really shouldn't have snorted that water, should I? Guys, don't try this at home. I was wrong. I thought it wouldn't affect the lungs. Clearly, what do I know? How has she been doing this for 5 years? She's been told by multiple people this is weird, this is probably dangerous, and she's not once Googled, is this safe? This is why I just feel like this just can't be real.
This is really just not sustainable. Ultimately, you will have some complication. It can be very serious.
Okay,
Right, she's been told, she's accepted what the doctor said, but is she gonna actually make the changes? That's the interesting part here.
I'm going to try my best to stop snorting my food. I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna go about it.
I didn't like that response. The fact she's like, yeah, I'm gonna try. That's what people say when they're not gonna try. If she actually was gonna try, she'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna stop this. I've realized I need to stop this. I'm gonna stop. It might not work, but I'm gonna try. That's all that matters, right? God loves a trier. But I hope if this actually is real, I hope she does try and she actually stops.
I'm going to try to begin taking baby steps even today.
Thank you for coming in. I wish you the best.
He wasn't even like, thank you for coming in. Please stop snorting your food. For your own sake, stop. Please, I'm begging you. He was just like, yeah, thanks for coming in. Nice to meet you. Surely you gotta give a little call to action at the end and be like, please, again, I'm being serious. You need to stop. He actually didn't seem that fussy. He was like, yeah, this could kill you. You should probably stop. Thanks for coming over. Nice to meet you. You need to hone into these people like, no, seriously, this is bad. She plans to call Justin as soon as she's able to quit. He's like, okay, we'll just put our relationship on hold. I've got bigger problems to sort out. Once I can start eating food again, we can start dating again. And that is Catherine's weird addiction. Unfortunately, we didn't get the fairy tale ending. She didn't quit and she didn't carry on dating Justin, but she is kind of working on it. Again, trying. We can all try. I can try and win the lottery. I'm probably not gonna win it, but who knows, hopefully for her own sake, if this is real, she actually does quit. Again, I still can't decide if that was real. Part of it did seem quite real because she actually was snorting stuff, but I don't know, I am skeptical when it comes to this stuff. As a catfish myself, when I see these shows like this and I see people doing these weird things, as someone that's done weird things myself, i.e. the biscuit thing, we don't need to talk about it, but as I knew doing that, that was weird. I was never gonna apply to a TV show and be like, oh, I've got this really weird thing I do with biscuits. Because I knew it was weird. I didn't want anyone to see it. I didn't want anyone to know. Yeah, I'm telling you guys now because I've moved on. I'm a better person now. I've stopped doing that. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Do you think it's real? Do you think it's fake? Do you want to see more reactions to my strange addiction? Because trust me, there's a lot more where that came from. Yeah, guys, and that note has been Georgemason. I'll see you guys next week. Make sure to subscribe if you're not already. Georgemason, over and out.